What's up guys, Salt here. Welcome back to another video, and this is my full review on the iPhone 13 Pro. Okay, so real quick, right before we get into the video, if you do end up enjoying this video, please consider going down below and hitting the subscribe button as well as the little bell button so you never miss another video. It helps me and the channel out so much, and I greatly appreciate it. But yeah, now let's get on to this review. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but right now I am recording in cinematic mode on my iPhone 13 Pro. So that's what this entire video, well, the whole part of me sitting here talking, this is all on cinematic mode right now. The sound and everything is straight from cinematic mode. So I thought it'd be fun to do that for this review because that is a new feature on the phone. And just as I'm recording on the front-facing camera so I can see myself. And so far, it looks really, really good, I think. Let me know how it looks in the comments. But yeah, so I've been using the iPhone 13 Pro since the day it came out. And sorry, this video is taking a bit to get out. I really wanted to do my impressions of using it for quite a bit as my daily driver. And I'm going to start off with my favorite feature on this phone. And you hear every other YouTuber talk about this, I know. But that is the 120Hz ProMotion display. And oh my goodness, I didn't realize that I wanted this so badly. It just looks so good, and now whenever I go look at anything with a 60Hz display, it just looks like trash because I'm used to this buttery smooth display. But yeah, that is definitely my favorite feature on this phone, and I personally think that it is worth the upgrade to the Pro, like just that alone. And that also really makes the Pro phones this year Pro by having a completely different Pro screen, basically. Now, I am upgrading from an iPhone XR, so I've been playing around with the cameras a lot. Another one of my favorite features I think is really cool is the macro photography on this year's phones. So basically, when you scoot up to some object, it switches to the ultra-wide camera, and it lets you take super close and high-quality shots. I have some examples on the screen right now, and it's super fun to play around with and show people. And as of right now, it just automatically switches to the ultra-wide camera when you become closer to an object, but Apple has said that in the future you will be able to manually switch it. And some more camera improvements is that there's now a 3x optical zoom, so an actual 3x zoom on the camera and not a digital zoom, which is a nice upgrade from last year's 2.5 zoom, but still we don't have like 100 zoom or anything yet. But yeah, it's very handy. I love recording videos from far away or taking pictures, and I like the 3x zoom a lot. And then of course on the cameras, we've got cinematic mode now, which so far it's worked pretty well. I can definitely tell sometimes on the edges it like blurs out or like doesn't blur out little bits. Gets a little confused sometimes, but I say it's just like when portrait mode first came out. It wasn't quite perfect yet, but now look at portrait mode, it is amazing. So I do believe in like 3 years time, it is going to look a lot better. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is the notch. This year, it is 20% smaller, and honestly, I still didn't really mind the notch last year, and I still don't mind it now that much, except for the fact that I do like that on the sides, there's more screen to like pull down for the control center or for notifications, and it's not as small on the normal Pro, because I know it was fine on like the Pro Max last year, because since the screen is bigger, there's more room besides the notch to pull down for the control center or whatever. So yeah, obviously I do like it, but it's also just like, I just like look at it and go like, huh, I have the smaller notch. And that's it. So I think it's really just going to make a big difference when there's no notch at all. But until then, still don't really mind it. I also did notice on this year's iPhones that the buttons on the sides, like the volume buttons, are lower down. It took me a few days to get used to, I'm not gonna lie. But now it does feel a lot more comfortable. At first, I'd keep reaching up to turn up and down the volume, but now I could just leave my hand there and press all the buttons. Now, also, I got the new Sierra Blue color, and I didn't really think I was gonna like that much, but I like it a lot. I think it's my favorite iPhone color so far, or in the recent years. I was really hoping for a matte black this year, because I definitely would have gotten that. But now that I have seen the Pacific Blue and the Sierra Blue in person, I think I like the Sierra Blue better. I know a lot of people didn't care for it, but if you like blue, and I like a lot of blue stuff, it's my favorite color, then I would definitely say this is the color for you, because I personally am not a huge fan of graphite. I just don't care really for the gold, and I was almost gonna get the silver, but yeah, glad I got Sierra Blue. Now that the camera bump this year is a lot bigger and also the sensors are also bigger, at first it was like huge and sometimes my finger would get in the way of the cameras, and the phone rocks so much when you put it on the back because of the gigantic camera bump, so that is quite annoying. But honestly, just like the 120 Hz, I've gotten used to it now, and now when I look at anything else like the 12s, the cameras look so small. That's basically all of the new features this year. For me, upgrading from an older phone, there's a lot more stuff for me to explore, like the flat sides and everything. But yeah, I have really enjoyed my iPhone 13 Pro and haven't ran into really any issues at all so far. And honestly, I think the Pros this year are a great upgrade. I was a lot more surprised by this phone than I thought I was going to be, and it's definitely a bigger upgrade than I realized. And overall, it's just a great phone. Now, I will keep you guys up to date on my experience of using the iPhone 13 Pro. So don't forget to hit the bell and subscribe so you don't miss any more iPhone 13 content. But yeah, I think that's about wrap it up. If you have a 12 Pro, I really don't think it's worth the upgrade. But if you have maybe like a 10R like me, or a 10, or even an 8, or anything before, I think it is an amazing upgrade. And so with that, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss another video. And I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.